do something to me that nobody else could do.
We put a call out. Would you like me to come to your door? And the applications came flooding in. I don't tell you when I come knocking, but if you let me in when I call, I'll make over a room in your home. It's time to surprise one of our applicants right now. It's 8 a.m. and we're on our way to a house in West Dublin. Just a couple of miles from here, our homeowner should still be asleep. She has absolutely no idea we're about to knock on her door.
What effect is that on the front of that house with the mirrored pebble dash?
That is something uniquely called mirrored pebble dash.
My challenge is to transform a room in her home with a budget of €1,000 or less. I've never set foot in the room. I only have their application photos to go on. So I really hope the design I have in mind is achievable.
We're off to a baby's room!
Hey!
Alva and husband Jonathan live in a 2-bedroomed house in Crumlin. After learning Alva was pregnant with their first child, excitement turned to fear when baby Sophia was born 16 weeks prematurely.
So the baby was born 4 months prematurely.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Tiny, tiny.
Over the next few weeks, Alva and Jonathan stayed by our cot in the Coombe. With her fighting spirit and the 24-hour care of the nurses, Sophia is doing very well and will finally be coming home in just 2 weeks. But with so much time spent in the hospital, Alva and Jonathan haven't even started Sophia's nursery. They need my help.
I was just going to say, are we going to have lots of
No.
pink sugary
No.
decals?
Little Sophia is not going to grow up in a pink blancmange room. I have high hopes for baby Sophia.
It's going to be a special one this week. So let's hope Alva answers.
Hello?
Can you see anybody?
Hello?
This is our worst fear. She isn't in.
I think she's gone to the hospital.
So we've decided to wait for an hour.
Let's stake out.
If she's not back by then, we'll have to move to another applicant.
Okay, we'll lurk somewhere so we're not seen. We've got a good view anyway here. Hold on, that's Alva. Quick, she's pulling into the house. Come on. Alva! Surprise! We got you.
Yeah.
We're here to do up a room for you.
Thank you so much.
We may have broken your door from knocking so hard.
All right.
We have a very special little lady that we want to do a makeover for, I believe.
Sophia. She's born in December and she's actually due next Wednesday. So
I know.
4 months away.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
After a bit of a false start, we're in. So Alva can show me the small box room she wants transformed into a nursery.
First thing is, it's a great space. The carpet is very good, it looks brand new. You've got no wardrobes, we've got a little bit of shelving, but apart from that, it's pretty much a blank canvas.
Yeah. We haven't
So-
bought anything yet, so
You have a lot of baby clothes. Storage is going to be something.
people have just given me loads and loads of stuff. There's a bag that the hospital gave back because she's already grown out of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like to see in here?
Um,
Now, you're an art teacher, so...
yeah, I suppose colour, fun and
Mm-hmm.
funky, not necessarily pink, functional as well, but still fun.
We need a space for when Sophia comes home to make her feel really special and
Yeah.
for you, to have the magic of having her back home with you.
Yeah.
So with baby Sophia coming home soon, Alva wants a nursery that is unique, creative and practical. My challenge is to do it for €1,000 or less. Her challenge is to trust me, leave her home now and hand over the keys.
Do you trust me?
Yes, I do.
You sure?
Yes.
Well then, can I have your keys?
Alva has just a few moments to pack her bags, catch up with husband Jonathan
We've Neville here. He's going to be doing over the room for Sophia.
and vacate her home. While we are throwing them out of their home, they'll be treated to a stay in a boutique hotel with some stylish comforts. They'll be staying in the Hampton Hotel, a modern twist on Georgian Dublin. And with its proximity close to the hospital, one that Alva and Jonathan can enjoy some well-deserved respite in, while we work in their home. Limited budget and limited time, so it's down to work. From seeing photographs of the room, I've come up with some design ideas.
Sophia is such a miracle baby. The moment I heard her story, I wanted to create an extra special interior for her. My whole concept is for an enchanted forest. The forest itself is made up of trees layered with different colours of lilacs and pale blues. A lot of big trees for such a small room.
Andy,
Yeah.
isn't that too cute?
It's so tiny.
The design hinges on large trees, and these are very simply going to be designed and made up out of 3 circles. And these are going to form the core of the whole design. A lot of cutting out work for Trevor. Now, often when you're looking through paint colours, you see 1, 2 or 3 that you really love, and you can't decide which one. So I've decided to use all 3. A light, medium and a dark. And I'm going to use the light on the top. Then we have the mid-tone in the middle. And finally, the dark for the base. And I'm going to blend these in a very special way later on.
Clear out complete. It's time to get started on our enchanted forest. As this room is too small for the team to work in together, we've erected a marquee in the garden where all the woodwork and painting will be done. And with this design requiring so many elements, there's a van load of MDF to unpack.
I'm very tired. I don't know why I always thought MDF was light.
On a limited budget of €1,000, my shopping list for this design includes 1 flat pack cubed shelf and a white chest of drawers. It's over €170 for these items, but I want this room to be practical as well as magical. 1 moon and stars ceiling light with baby-friendly night setting. It's all about ambience in this design. And a €40 wicker chair. Alva and Jonathan will need somewhere comfortable to sit as they feed and play with Sophia. With most of her shopping done, Jed has moved to mother care to find the all-important cot.
My whole vision for this is a small swinging crib, but not a natural in white if they have one.
The white swinging cot is absolutely gorgeous.
At just under €150, I'm glad it is, but it's perfect.
Only the best for Sophia.
Okay, well, me and Winnie are going to head for the till then. I'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you.
While we work away in the nursery room, Alva and Jonathan are enjoying their time in the hotel, completely unaware of what I have in mind for their box room. They're fully aware of what a gift Sophia has been.
When I saw like a group of people running down the road and shouting my name, I just didn't know what was going on.
I think it's brilliant that, I just feel that something nice is happening for you.
In July, I found out that we were going to be having a baby. The 20th of December, I was kind of feeling unwell and I decided to go to the hospital. Literally within an hour, she'd arrived. She's not due for another week, in fact. She's what they would class as extremely premature, and we were told straight away her chances were 50-50.
Now you can see her face is completely formed, and so we would just be fighting over because the nurses keep saying, no, she looks like the dad today. No, she looks like the mum.
She's a fabulous baby and I think she deserves to have a special room.
To have our own place, it's kind of like saying, your room is ready, it's time for you to come home.
What I wouldn't like to see is it being, too girly or princessy or anything like that.
But it has to have a kind of fun element to it as well.
Yeah,
for her, it's her
definitely,
room.
yeah.
Just something that's funky, I think, was the word that I wanted to use, but not over the top.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you two. Baby Sophia's room is in good hands. With over €157 worth of MDF unloaded, this is a big chunk of my budget. So it's time to explain to Trevor how I intend to use it.
So we're going to start with the first tree, the largest of the trees, which is made up of 3 main circles. And from that, we're going to bring down 3 branches into a main trunk. So if we cut it out of an 8-foot by 4-foot sheet, like so. 3 of those, please. 2 trees. The second tree is a simpler one and a smaller one.
Having described my second tree design to Trevor, which will be 5 to 6 feet in height.
And how many of these?
3.
And also my plan for 3 wooden clouds to be suspended from the ceiling. I can see he's 100% behind the concept.
It's a small room and they're big trees.
It is a forest, Trevor. We want trees in our forest, you know.
So I have to get cracking.
All right, thanks, Trevor.
Trevor has scaled up my drawings and started cutting out the trees and clouds. My design for the space is all about circles and curves, so it's important he achieves nice round edges. Meanwhile, I explain to Andy what he'll be doing with his paintbrush.
What I want to do is create 3 graphic layers of undulating curves. And they're all going to be in different colours. Are you afraid?
Okay.
Once I've separated the walls into 3 parts, freehand, Andy will paint each section a different tone, going from dark at the bottom to light on the top layer, including the ceiling. Normally, ceilings are left white to push them up, but by using colour, it's bringing the ceiling down, giving Sophia a feeling of being snug and secure. While I wasn't going to reveal my complete design, I did send Alva and Jonathan at the hotel a sneak peek at one element of the room. A picture of one of my 8-foot trees. That's all.
Oh my God, what the hell is that?
That's brilliant. It must be going on the wall. Well, I don't think it'll go on the ceiling anyway.
Or maybe a ceiling thing. I don't know what it is. I like it.
It could be her crib is going to hang from it. And you can swing her
Like a hammock.
back and forward like that. Be like the Jungle Book.
Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps.
Coming up, a bottleneck in the box room.
The only thing that's frustrating me at the moment is just it's slow getting everything up.
A sweet surprise for the team. And Alva and Jonathan return to see their transformed space. This morning at the crack of dawn, we surprised Alva in Crumlin in Dublin.
Alva, surprise!
Thank you so much.
I have €1,000 to do something special with baby Sophia's nursery.
What would you like to see in here?
Yeah, colourful and functional as well, but still fun.
Alva wants a creative space fit for a miracle baby. While we're working, she and husband Jonathan are in the Hampton Hotel. But once they check out, we must be finished and out of their home before they come back.
You do something to me that nobody else could do.
With the first phase of Andy's 3-tone paint job almost complete, I'm out to check on the growth of my enchanted forest.
How's your hand?
Okay, I'll be tired by the end of these.
We've got 3 of these, 3 of the big ones and 3 of the clouds, and we need to get those painted tonight. We're really up against it. So
That's grand. Okay.
Meanwhile, Camille and Jeddah have teamed up to assemble the shelving unit.
Do you want me to do the instructions?
Use the brain on the muscle.
As storage and functionality is so important to my design, I'll be providing Sophia's room with some obvious and not so obvious places to keep all her things. But it appears this is not the only flat pack that needs assembling.
I expected you to walk in with a chest of drawers.
I won't lie to you, so did I. And also the cot.
No.
The cot is also flat pack.
No.
With the added time pressure of more flat packs, I move upstairs to begin the next phase of my layered paint concept.
Okay, now this is the exciting bit.
We're going to blend the lines into a mist effect. While Andy paints above and below the lines with the corresponding colour, I follow him with a larger brush and mix the 2 paints, creating a feathering effect around the entire room.
People get hung up about getting perfect sharp lines between 2 colours. This is an alternative way of doing it, by just softening and blending them in. And as you can see, it gives a really smooth, misty effect.
With all the trees and clouds cut, it appears one team member can't wait to get her paintbrush at them.
Eve, you excited? Yep. Yeah, sound like it, please.
While the trees get coated in 2 accent colours, a pale blue and a rich lilac, inside, Jeddah gets her bunting brief.
I want to make over this blind that they already have.
Yeah.
Now, it looks pretty new, but
looks
it's not going to stop me from cutting it along here.
Okay.
Okay, deep breath in.
To renovate the blind, we're going to make bunting by first marking a wedge shape in some folded fabric and then cutting it with a crimping scissors. Place a cotton strip inside the edge of the fabric, then secure it to the blind with double-sided Velcro.
I'll make the bunting and you can cut the blind. They won't get cross at you.
Jeddah, you're cutting the blind.
Nice try, Jeddah, but I want to use a lot of bunting in the nursery, so crack out the crimping scissors. And you need to take a scissors to the blind too.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
With the bunting going to plan, I'm up in the room creating perspective by painting small trees on the wall.
This is where you can really let your artistic side come out.
but it's time to get one of Trevor's 8-foot trees up, and it's a very tight fit.
Hope you didn't see the worried look on my face. I didn't think I was going to fit.
The only thing that's frustrating me at the moment is just it's slow getting everything up, and there's so much accessorization to do in here that we are running a little bit behind, and I just don't want a mad rush at the end. I want this to be perfect.
With the starry nightlight installed and twinkling, it's time to add clouds to the sky of this enchanted forest. As safety is my primary concern, Trevor drills battens into the ceiling joists, and once secured, the clouds are 100% safe above Sophia.
She'd want to be a pilot. Up in the clouds.
With the trees growing by the second, I turn my attention to the practical side of this design.
Often with very conceptual rooms like this, storage is an afterthought. But when I was designing this, I wanted to make sure that these trees could actually become functional. When we bring them out from the wall, they'd be able to become either hanging units or shelving units for her toys. So I think this one is going to turn into a shelving unit.
I'm hoping this blend of artistic imagination and practicality will satisfy Alva's needs for Sophia's room. All will be revealed tomorrow as she and her husband Jonathan walk into this transformed room for the very first time. This is my final day at the house. Alva and Jonathan will be checking out of the hotel in a few hours and coming home, and when they do, we need to be finished and out of their life. First things first, there's yet more flat pack to assemble.
Jeddah, because you always have problems with your drawers.
Yes.
Okay. Would you mind assisting Trevor then in the assembly of this?
I'm a great person to work with.
You don't read instructions though, Trevor.
That's why you're supervising, Jeddah. A good tip is to always use wood glue at the joints. It's more secure and most flat pack is never taken apart again. With work underway, Jonathan has sent the team a surprise.
It's great when you have a baker in the family.
Look at this.
My God.
Oh, Jonathan, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Mind you, if we eat all of these, no one is fitting in that room. Jonathan, this one's for you. It's a clean dush.
That can be your one, Trevor.
While Camille lies out in the sun digesting his cake, Jeddah and Trevor continue with the heavy lifting.
It's about 5 hours later.
But it's beautiful.
Okay, can we put it in there?
Yeah.
Thank you.
To maximise space, I've asked Trevor to customise a baby changing table to fit neatly on top of the chest of drawers. Combined with the wall-mounted shelving unit, this is now a practical corner for the baby. This is not about demolition, but integration. So to soften the edges of the window, Trevor has made a curved pelmet board and a facade for the existing wall shelf.
Well done, Trevor.
With the final and most important flat pack assembly underway, opinions on the nursery are being voiced.
I think it's going to be perfect for them. I think terrifying for most people, but perfect for them.
It has really got the fairy tale enchanted feeling. I've got the fairy tale enchanted feeling after working on it for a weekend.
Trevor's looking very happy with himself, very broody. Putting that crib together.
I got this soft feeling.
Okay, Trevor, as long as you get the crib finished. And I've got butterflies too, which I'm fixing to the ceiling.
If you want to make something look like it's floating there with nothing holding it up, paint it the same colour as the background. When it dries, it'll disappear into the background and the butterflies will look like they're floating.
With all my major design elements now in place, it's finishing touches time. The wicker chair with its new cushion and decal butterflies to add a feeling of flight and fancy. Alva and Jonathan have checked out and are on their way, so we need to get out of here fast. With Sophia's clothes and toys placed, we're nearly there. With Teddy in his new home, Jeddah's homemade bunting hung, and Sophia's name taking pride of place, we've done it, and need to be gone when Alva and Jonathan arrive. So one last chance to have a look at the nursery I've designed for baby Sophia. In less than 2 days and just shy of my €1,000 budget, we've transformed this tiny box room into this enchanted forest nursery. I hope they like it.
Alva and Jonathan started to renovate this room, but Sophia was in such a rush to meet them, she arrived 4 months early. I wanted to create a concept that, although very artistic, also had a lot of practical elements to it. Lots of storage, lots of hanging rails, and plenty of space to put the cuddly toys. On the wall, we've got 3 shades graded up to create a very soft atmosphere. Because Alva's an art teacher, I felt at ease to do as many murals and hand paint little details in as much as I could. Some elements in the room have been softened using bunting. The old blind has the bunting added to the edge. The dressing area with the shelves above. And the chair in the corner with the wildlife cushion, perfect for watching and feeding Sophia. The whole space is designed to stimulate Sophia as she lies in her crib and looks up at the clouds circling around her head. I really hope Sophia enjoys this room as she grows up, as much as the team and I have making it for her.
Let's go! The fact that she's an art teacher, you know, she might be there going, they don't look like real trees.
She's so not going to say that.
Alva and Jonathan are returning to see their transformed box room, but with absolutely no idea of what I was going to do, Alva placed her keys and trust in me. The question is, was she right to trust me? And what will she really think of her new room? It's the moment of truth.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
It's great, isn't it?
The clouds and the ceiling.
That is brilliant. Doing it right with the trees.
And it says Sophia on the flags. Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it?
God.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez. That is so beautiful.
What about Mom Moses here?
Power bunting. I would
You are power bunting that place to death.
I've never bunted so fast in my life. Oh, the bunting.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow.
and the little shoes. Oh my god, I
Oh, look
absolutely
at
love it.
that's
So
brilliant
clever.
for
changing her. Yeah.
A miracle child deserves a magical room. Well, thank you, Neville, very much.
She's been through a hell of a lot, not just because she's premature, but she had a lot of things stacked against her, really, and she's just managed to pull through so much. So it does make a huge amount to bring her home to something so good. To Neville, I would just love to say thank you so much for doing this for Sophia. She needs it. We need it.
He's at the making us two very happy people.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the baby as well, if she could say thank you, she would.
Happily, my Enchanted Forest themed nursery has hit the mark with Sophia's proud parents. But what do you think of this transformation? To make a comment or find out how I spent my €1,000 budget in this space, check us out on our Facebook page, Neville's Doorstep Challenge.
You do something to me that nobody else can do.